All right, here's where we start for you on all angles this hour. Of course, just a short while ago, 2 suspects linked to the Phala Phala robbery have been remanded in custody following their appearance at the Bela Bela magistrate's court this morning. The male and female suspects, aged 39 and 30, were suspected or arrested on Sunday and Monday, respectively. The pair is alleged to have been among those who stole millions of US dollars from President Cyril Ramaphosa's farm in February of 2020. They're expected back in court on Friday. Our senior reporter Aviwe Mtila is following the story for us, and he joins us now live after following the court proceedings for us. Aviwe, take us through what happened in court this morning and who are these suspects?
Good morning, Maseko, and finally we get to see the suspects that have been accused for stealing 580,000 US dollars at the President's Phala Phala farm back in February 2020. That money, of course, that we do all know that was stolen in the couch. So they made the first appearance here, 39-year-old Emanuela David, as well as 30-year-old Floriana Joseph, the female worker of the president at the time. We understand she was temporarily employed here. Proceedings weren't long at the Bela Bela magistrate court, where they were then postponed for the official bail application on Friday, as well as the formal representation for accused number one. That would be the 39-year-old male. They're facing charges ranging, 4 charges basically, ranging for conspiracy to commit housebreaking with the intent to steal and theft, 2 counts of housebreaking with the intent to steal, as well as a money laundering charge. We do understand, of course, this matter has been at the fore, Maseko, since June 2022, when the former spy boss Arthur Fraser brought it to the floor, suggesting that the former president, President Cyril Ramaphosa, concealed the theft that happened 2 years prior. A lot has happened, of course, in the public domain. Many, including political parties as well as NGOs, calling for the president's head to roll over these allegations of concealing that theft. But we do know he's since been exonerated by the public protector, now public protector, Kollega Galega, suggesting that president has nothing to answer to. In fact, even the SA Reserve Bank suggesting that no exchange control regulations were broken by the president in the theft that happened. So 2 arrests have been made now, and we're expecting further arrests if you are to ask the NPA, or if you are to ask the horse themselves, that suggests that one of the suspects is actually on the run, a fugitive currently. But let's take a listen to the NPA spokesman a bit earlier on, just painting out what the 2 that appeared here at the magistrate court are faced with.
The 2 suspects are facing 4 counts. Number 1 is conspiracy to commit housebreaking with intent to steal and theft. The second one is the housebreaking with intent to steal. And the third one is the housebreaking with intent to steal. The 4th count is money laundering. In the first incident, the suspects went to the wrong farm, took a drum, and then they broke in and entered, but they couldn't steal anything. The following day, they located the Phala Phala farm, is where they got the money of 580,000 US dollars. And then the money was transferred and bought some cars and properties. Floriana was the worker in the farm, but in the temporary base. And then the Emanuela was not familiar with the farm. It is alleged that he was invited by accused number 2.
And of course, the Hawks is also involved in this investigation. Aviwe, I saw you having a conversation with Colonel Mogale. What did she tell you?
More arrests are imminent. In fact, she did give that indication that one of the suspects is currently on the run as a fugitive, but suggesting that they have the locations, they have the details, and they'll soon be making that arrest. In fact, if you are to speak to the NPA, which we spoke to a bit earlier on, they mentioned at least 3 more possible arrests that are to come in coming days. And I had some sort of extensive interview with Colonel Mogale from the Hawks, and probing why did it take so long for this matter to eventually make its way to court, given that, of course, this crime crime happened back in February 2020. So it suggests that they needed to, dot the I's and cross the T's, make sure that they have their ducks in the row, and ensure that they have a strong case so that it can't be thrown out when it comes to court proceedings here. So they gave that indication, in fact, that the case is basically watertight, and these accused, along with those that are still to be arrested, possibly will face the might of the law. But in just the court proceedings that happened today, we did find out, of course, that the 30-year-old suspect that would be Joseph's has a child, and in fact, she needs to breastfeed. One of the pleas that she made inside court, that could she please be allowed to breastfeed the child 3 times a day at the police holding cell in Bela Bela, just ahead of the bail application, of course, that is to take place on Friday, and the magistrate ordering that please be made possible. So she will be allowed, given that she says that the only source of food that her child has at this stage is through breastfeeding. So up until she reappears then for the formal bail application, which we expect on Friday, she will be granted that opportunity to breastfeed her child 3 times a day up until she then reappears in court.
All right, Aviwe Mtila, our senior reporter, live for us in Bela Bela in Limpopo.